Welcome to Who You Were with Patrick Noth and Sebastian Canelli. In each episode, we ask our guests to talk about a time in their life when they were significantly different. Episode 7, Caroline Cotter.
That won't help you. I
don't
say
care about
won't,
help.
and I'm the only person who says
It
won't.
won't help you. I say balf.
What's for what?
B-O-T-H. Both.
Both. Both. Both.
I'll say horror weird.
Where are you from again?
Horror.
A horror.
I know where you're from, but where are you from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
Horror. I say Drew. For the word Drew. Like
both
D-R-A-W.
How do you guys...
D-R-E-W.
Draw?
No, yeah, I fucked up the spelling.
Wait, how do you guys say Mario?
Mario. Not Mario.
Oh, you don't say Mario.
Mario is wrong.
Yeah, but I feel like people from Jersey and New York and Long Island...
I don't have a
Mario.
New Jersey accent. I have like a weird accent.
They say Mario.
My mom says alcoholic. She goes, oh, yeah, he's not, he's an alcoholic.
Alcoholic. Can you pass me white seltzer, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you. Is there a good place for me to put this? On the computer keyboard?
Yeah, put it right on...
I could just put it on the floor. I just want to make sure it's okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, the doggy's not here.
I want him to piss in my water.
Speaking of putting stuff on the floor with having dogs, my good friend Carrie McCrossin and her husband Ian stayed here not too long ago, and they left a gigantic chocolate bar on the floor, and Larry ate like a fucking the equivalent of like 2 Hershey bars.
They left it. Why would they leave a chocolate bar on the floor?
Well, you know what? That's the question for the ages, folks. And I'm leaving this in.
I feel like Carrie leaves chocolate bars wherever she goes.
Oh my
you know
god,
what I mean?
it's her thing.
Chocolate on the floor.
That's crazy.
It's insane. So Larry, we had to fucking feed her like hydrogen peroxide with ice cream.
Oh,
And she,
what?
Yeah. So
It's like a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah, the hydrogen peroxide's a good thing.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah.
we didn't have to give her ice cream, but it was just a way to get the hydrogen peroxide. And then she threw up literally.
Spoonful of sugar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's still
Makes the hydrogen peroxide go down.
And also, you know what? It was chocolate ice cream. So no, I'm just kidding. But she, she was fine. She puked it all up.
Ew.
She really likes the white rug out there, so she puked it exclusively on the white
That's
rug.
so good for you guys.
It's great. But I love them, and I still want to stay at their house in Los Angeles.
The dogs.
Carrie and Ian. The dogs have you know what?
The
Carrie and
dogs are
Ian
loaded, bro. They
got a house in
mansion,
LA.
Dude, they got a Benz, dude. They got Ferrari, fucking drop top. It's awesome. They got Scarface playing 24/7 in the bathroom.
Hell yeah, and the fucking jacuzzi with the jacuzzi. You know what? It's also crazy because we rescued them from a kill shelter, and now they're just fucking they're like
killing it.
Yeah, they're fucking making money. I didn't mean to say killing twice.
I have
you
a
did.
question. Why do they... I know why. Never mind.
Why do they call it?
Why do they call it a kill shelter?
Because they kill the dogs.
No, I was going to say, do they call it a kill shelter at the kill shelters?
I don't advertise it. I don't think they're like kill shelter on 42nd Street.
I don't know. I think they do, and I think like the job position's called dog murderer.
I don't know. I've never been. I wouldn't want to go to a kill shelter.
Well,
I don't
you
think
go to
anybody goes there.
adopt. You don't go for like fun.
Well, I never had a dog. Well, I don't know.
Wait, I thought you do have a dog.
No, I had people in my life had dogs.
I thought your dad has a dog.
Oh yeah, my dad has a dog.
But that's in your house, right? Was it in your childhood home?
Yes, but
Wait, then you
no,
have a dog.
no. Wait, this is confusing me.
What is going on?
My parents got a dog, but I was already at college,
Oh, gotcha.
so it never felt like mine. And then my girlfriend had a dog,
Okay.
and that wasn't mine, but the dog died.
So when you went to college, your parents got a dog and named it Sebastian.
Spartacus, but they called Sebastian by accident.
Spartacus?
Spartacus, and it's a Yorkie, and it sucks.
Wow. Yeah, well, Yorkies are bad dogs.
And it's blind now, so it's literally even meaner.
That dog got blind fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog got really blind really fast. And it can't see anything. But and so I go home and it just hides, and it like if you touch it, it growls,
shakes.
and it hates everyone, even my dad, who is his best friend in the whole world. My dad goes to the Wendy's drive-thru and orders him a cheeseburger. My dad buys the dog food everywhere he goes.
Yeah, you told me about the chips thing too.
Yeah, my
He
dad.
gives him
oh my
chips?
god, he'll put tuna fish on a chip. He'll feed the dog. The dog will lick the tuna fish off the chip, and then my dad eats the chip.
Oh my god, that is disgusting.
And the dog still bites his hand anytime my dad touches him. That's a kill shelter shit.
Yeah, that is a dog that needs to die. But I mean that in a nice way.
You told me that chip thing a long time ago, and it stayed with me.
That's not where I thought that was going to end. I thought the dog was like crunching on chips. It's so much worse that your dad eats a chip.
And my
after.
dad laughs his ass off. He goes, he loves it.
Yeah, the dog loves it.
Of course he does.
All right, guys. Welcome to Who You Were. This is a podcast. My name's Patrick Noth.
Hey, what's up? I'm Sebastian. Great job, Patrick, transitioning.
All right.
Zero to 60.
And he goes, let's stop the fun and
All
talk
right,
about
let's
some
take
paperwork.
attendance.
I was.
Okay, Patrick here, Sebastian here, Caroline.
Yeah, we had homework last week. You didn't collect.
I'm cutting this part out.
No way, dude.
My name's Patrick Noth.
I'm Sebastian Canelli.
This is a podcast where we ask comedians to come on and talk about a time in their life where they were significantly different than they are now. We get a before and after pic from them, and we post it to our Instagram. The handle is @WhoYouWerePodcast, and you can send us your before and after pics, and we'll post all of them. You want to intro our guest?
Caroline, what do you want to be known from?
I want to see what you come up with.
You've seen her on the Chris Gethard show, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my god, don't you dare! You've seen her at UCB. She performs with the weekend team Goat. She's also used to be on Sketch Team. Oh my god, this is what happens when Pat goes, Sebastian, do something.
Well, also you guys are like, oh yeah, we're doing the boring part. I'm like, this is what you have to do.
What else have you done?
That's it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
No, she's lying.
No, you definitely. It's just awkward to talk about. But she's literally one of the funniest people in New York.
Yes.
You fucking love her. Caroline Cotter.
Woo! Yeah.
See, I got really weak in the middle, but then
ended strong.
Yeah.
Cool.
You really are so funny. So.
Okay, I don't know what you want me to say to that.
I want you to say I'm funny too.
That's not true, so I'm not going to say that.
I know.
Okay.
Before we get into like the questions, I want to ask you like, who are you now? Like outside of comedy, like how would you describe yourself, your life?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like this. I just realized I think I'm going to hate this podcast.
That's okay.
I just started going to therapy like 7 months ago.
Oh, me too.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
7 months?
In September.
Yeah. Mine I could only measure because it was right after I went through a breakup. So then I started going. But I don't know. Who am I? I'm like, how the fuck do I answer this question?
Well, what do you do besides comedy? So you're going to go play a board game after this?
Yes.
So that's part of who you are.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's
I'm a board game freak.
Yeah.
I also bought a Nintendo Switch, which has been a really big, important, significant moment in my life.
So you like games?
Yeah, I'm a gamer, but not really. I mean, I do, but I also get bored with them after like 5 minutes, and very scared of them too. So it's hard for me to play.
I have seen you play video games and scream at video games as
they're
they're happening.
scary.
No, they're not scary.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, have you played the games that I played? You don't even know.
What game?
Skyrim.
I've never played that. We talked about
So, fuck you, because that is really scary.
Wait, I have a question. So you're not getting mad at like losing the game. You're just scared. You're screaming because you're scared of what's happening.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
scary.
Game. Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to say. And I like the Skyrim one, it's like a first person thing. And just like one of his lungs came out of your fucking mouth.
No, and I'm worried I'm gonna cough.
That's okay. You just did cough, and now what's the worst that happened?
You said a lung came out of my mouth.
There you go. So that's as bad as it gets.
Well, she has gone
That's
to
okay.
therapy.
Yeah.
That was so smart.
I think a big thing about me that is a problem not a problem, but a defining trait of mine is that I have a lot of different interests, and like I really like I'm interested by a bunch of different things, but then I'll like get bored of it and go on to something else. Maybe that's just like humans.
You like the discovery part of stuff.
Yeah, and I still like doing it, and I like having like skills and like learning how to do things, but I never like stick with one thing long enough to be like a master of it.
Yeah, because you like when you shoot videos, you edit your own videos.
Yeah.
You like learned how to do all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
You did?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I just like editing. I don't like the camera stuff.
You know,
So I let other
editing
people
has
do that.
so much to do with comedy.
Yeah.
I think like a bad or good edit could make a bad video good or a good video bad.
definitely. Yeah, it's timing.
That's why every video I've ever made is good, because I'm fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
She's a good
check out
editor.
her videos. She did a web series with Alex Dixon, who was a previous guest on it. It was called Sisters
Yeah, I don't remember.
who pretend they're dating.
That's what it is. It's a flawless premise. Is
What is it called?
Couples counseling.
See, but that's the premise of it. See?
Yeah.
Before we get into like who you were, the time in your life that we're going to cover, we like to ask a bunch of questions for like context. So,
Okay.
where did you live at this time, and is that where you're from originally?
What time?
The time that you chose to talk about.
Oh, well, okay. I don't even know if what I want to talk about is the right thing, so you guys can tell me if it's right or
There's
wrong.
no right thing.
But thank you. There's no right thing.
I
I
know.
love that.
Pat says that, but in his head she goes, "There is a right thing and there is a wrong thing.
Yeah,
it
but-
better be the right thing." And he goes, "But the proper thing to say is there is no right thing." And I genuinely don't care.
It's like good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, or good cop, fucking dope ass cop.
I'm
New
dope.
Jersey, probably. That's where I'm from.
Yeah, where?
Summit.
Where is that in Jersey?
I don't really know. People ask me this all the
What do you
time.
mean you don't fucking know? It's where you're from. What mall did you go to?
A lot of different ones.
Yeah, which one? I fuck with
Short
Jersey.
Hills Mall.
So we're talking bougie
Yeah,
mall.
my town was very. It is a fancy town.
They had a Maserati in the middle of that mall at one period of time.
They still have
They
like
still-
nice cars. Yeah.
Oh, how'd you even shop at the stores there?
I didn't. I used to, and then there's like a Nordstrom there I'll go to sometimes. But it's all like Jimmy Choo and like fucking. That's the only fancy name. I can
Armani
think of.
Exchange. They have
Yeah.
Gucci.
Yeah.
How have you been in this mall?
Because I used to fuck with Jersey because there was no sales tax
Yeah.
in New Jersey. So
right.
everyone
Still
from,
isn't, baby.
yeah, so everyone from Staten Island would go to New Jersey. So like
Yeah.
back to school shopping, we would go to New Jersey for our shopping, and occasionally we would go to Short Hills Mall, and every time we would remember this isn't a mall where we could buy stuff.
Yeah. And
Right.
there's no like good food
Yeah.
either, so there's like nothing to do there really.
So this is like more northern Jersey.
I guess so. I don't really understand.
Bergen County?
Union County.
Union County. That's confusing. So like Union City. This
No.
is great. This is fantastic.
This is really good content. This is when the listeners lean in and they go, I've got to hear more.
I gotta go check
This
out that
is awesome.
Maserati.
It's like a 50-minute train ride from Penn Station,
Nice.
I guess.
So how old are you at this time?
Like 2, 11.
two?
Well, yeah, 2. What if I said 2?
I mean, this would be remarkable. I think then you would be wrong.
Yeah, that would be wrong. I don't know. I was just eating different foods.
It was really cool. I don't know. I guess I was 11.
Those ages are confusing for me too. I can never figure out what I was at what age. I always have to think of like what grade I was in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And 11
too.
is like 5th grade.
No.
It's 6th grade
No,
though,
it's
right?
like 6th or 7th
Oh,
grade.
don't you dare laugh. I was 1 off.
I guess to me, 5th grade seems so wildly different than.
Yes, because you're at a different school.
Yeah.
It's not terrifying.
Yeah.
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 6th, 7th to 8th, I had my big change.
You got your dick?
Yeah, my dick came in the mail. I strapped it on. I started jerking off like a madman. No, I just started wearing cooler clothes.
What kind of music were you listening to?
Oh man, this is embarrassing. I was like in like 7th grade probably. I was like very into like emo music.
No.
Like
Ugh.
yeah, sorry. Who like what's this?
Evanescence.
Well, of course. But
Yeah.
like what
Savage Garden.
no. It was like Taste of Ink is the name of the song.
my-
I can't remember the name.
Taste of Ink is
Yeah,
getting
there's older.
older. 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
I have a vivid memory of like listening to yes.
Oh God, I hated those kids.
It was, but I wasn't like that kid. I just like
course.
really liked it. And I remember like listening on my like Walkman or whatever on my bed, just like crying and like doing my homework.
Oh my God.
I was hot.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love how Sebastian's like, I hate those kids, but knew more of the lyrics than you did. Like,
Yeah.
I was a confused boy. I hated people because I thought it was cool to hate people, but then I just wanted everyone to like me, so I learned about everyone's thing.
Yeah.
I would literally, this was me, I would make fun of someone and then take them to the side afterwards and be like, I'm so sorry, and I really like it.
Oh, that's nice, but not in front of the people you made fun of them.
Yeah. So it wasn't that nice. It has more to do with my internal struggle than them.
Then you were like, don't tell people I did this.
Yes, don't tell people. And then I would punch him in the face, and then I would be like, and then kiss him on the other cheek. What'd you do for fun around this time?
I guess this is like middle school. Sorry, I'm like touching my armpit because I lost my deodorant for the past 2 days and I just found it behind a plant this morning and it was kind of cool for me.
You can't just say that.
What? I found it was a plant in my room.
Oh, okay.
Not like a plant like outside.
You were walking by a bush?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I put it behind that plant.
There's my secret.
You think you just threw the deodorant?
I don't
in
know
your room?
how it got there. I don't, because I'm really good at like putting things back in their place, and it was not in its place. So I just was fucking free balling my armpits.
So now, why are you touching them? Because
I'm just like, oh, it's nice that I'm not sweating anymore.
Oh, because of antiperspirant. I don't wear antiperspirant.
I honestly do. So
I should wear some under my tits. My tit sweat is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's
phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Boop boop. Okay, wait.
So yeah, that's what I did for fun.
Sebastian is looser on this podcast than he's ever been.
Phenomenal.
For fun, I don't know. I did. I was really I was like a competitive figure skater. I don't know if that. I think it was fun. It was fun, and that's what I spent a lot of my time doing. I was. I really like playing like The Sims on the computer.
Of course.
And this other game, it was called like Dogs or Cats. Did you guys ever play this game?
No, but what
and
was
it was
the game?
I just am having this memory now and it's so embarrassing. It's like it's called Cats with a Z, and like there's different
So it's very hip.
yeah, it's really cool. It was like different breeds of cats, and like they were your little virtual pets, but then you could also like breed them and make like new kinds of cats. But then within the cats community, there was this like really big internet presence where like people would make websites about different breeds of cats, and you could like make your own breeds. And then there would also be like even deeper into that subculture, there was like these forums, these internet forums, where if you took a picture of your cat in the right way, like a screenshot, it was like looked like a show cat. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, you know, like the American Kennel Club and stuff. So it was like a virtual American Kennel Club that people would make pictures of. And I used to be, I had a website. God. I used to post on those forums all the time.
Wait, what's going on visually when you're playing the game?
It's it's so boring. It's just like a cat like walking around the screen. That's all it is. You can't really do anything.
No
with
background?
them. Yeah, you can go to like different rooms where some will be like a living room or like a alley or like Egypt. Like there's different things.
And what do you do in the rooms? You lie in the sun?
No, you're not the cat. You're just watching the cats. You can like pick them up and move them, and they just walk around. You're not even
the cat.
No, you're not the cat. And the one thing you could do is there's different items, so you could give them like food or like balls, or like there's this love potion spray you could give them. And if you sprayed them enough, and then you got another cat, male, or it was a very heteronormative game.
Yes.
And so you sprayed the male cat and the female cat, and if you just dropped them onto each other, then eventually a big heart would pop up. And then that's how they had a baby.
Of course, that's how I fuck.
Me too, baby.
It's dope as shit.
What kind of clothes were you wearing?
I was, so Summit is where I'm from, and it's like a very preppy town. Like really into like lacrosse and like all that stuff. But for the listeners at home, if you're listening closely, I was not about that stuff. I was listening to Taste of Ink, baby. I was very also into Avril Lavigne, I'm remembering now.
Skater boy.
But I never like had the confidence to go full like emo or anything.
Yeah.
So I would just like, I like did a lot of like, not making my own, I made some of my own clothes and would just like cut my own clothes. You know what I mean?
So you go
like
to JCPenney and then like put a patch on a shirt.
Kind of, but not even patches are too like emo. Like I was so just like in the middle of it.
You weren't all in.
Yeah.
So, it's a hard age
it
to
is.
like, because you're so like aware of what you look like.
Yeah. And the other fun thing about this is I was wearing a back brace.
Wait, how long?
For 3 from in just.
Oh my God.
No.
So bad.
Oh
my God. Wait, for
Expression.
6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Yes, it's so bad. The expression on both of your faces.
I turned into a mouse.
because it's a traumatic experience already.
It really was.
Oh my!
So
we need to start over and then imagine everything with you in a at the Short Hills Mall.
It was so bad. So it was like
we laugh now, we cry before.
Yeah. So it was like a full back brace I had to wear for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. But then I also had to wear a different one at night when I slept. And then I still had to wear that night one throughout high school.
Oh man! So was this something that happened to you, or was it just a corrective thing?
It was a corrective thing. I shouldn't laugh if something happened to me, but like, yeah, no, it was like like I ran into like a pole and it like fucking it's like No, I had in 5th grade. I you do like the scoliosis tests. So I got scoliosis.
Congrats.
Thank you. And that is also like a thing with me is like all like sort of just like routine medical tests. I always have something wrong with me. And so this, I had like pretty bad scoliosis. So I still have it because it didn't like fix it. It just like stopped it from getting worse. And so for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for 3 hours a day, I had to wear it.
What was the 1 hour that you would take
It was
off?
skating. I would do ice skating in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. It was so bad. But I wore it under my clothes. Obviously, like I didn't wear it above my clothes. But it was just like walking around.
Oh my God, that's
just so
Is
like.
this what you're going to talk about? Having a back brace? Or
I guess so. Yeah.
Or are you going to talk about skating?
The two go hand in hand.
All right. So I'll ask questions
I think
about later.
back brace is more interesting.
Sure.
Whatever. I don't care.
It must have been so hard.
Yeah, it was bad.
If you had to, this is one
It
of the
made you so funny.
Yeah.
I booked. I told you.
All right. Well, what were your friends like then?
I love my friends. I'm still actually close with a lot of them.
From 6th grade?
Mm-hmm. Not like very close, but another thing is like I didn't really like drink or do anything in high school or middle school. So, later in high school I did, but like,
You weren't like the cool 6th graders.
Oh yeah, no. They were like making out in hot tubs, like drinking Bud Lights. In 6th grade, that was the rumor, is that they got into a hot tub, they each had 2 Bud Lights, and they made out. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't even look at a boy without like turning fucking bright red and getting like fucking ass sweat.
Oh my God.
But so they were great actually. I had like a group of 4 or 5 like really close friends. And they're just great. Like we would I don't know. We were good friends. We'd have sleepovers.
Were they also like emo, or were they just
Some of them were more emo, and we also ran a anonymous instant messenger, like fake catfish kind of person.
Oh no.
To the popular kids.
Can we ask details?
Yeah.
What was it? Was it he?
I think so. My 2 of my other friends were like the masterminds behind it. The name of the Instagram or the AIM account was Pop Da Collar. And they would like
a preppy bait.
They would like Instagram. Why do you say Instagram?
Because
you're
hip.
I know. I'm cool
You're
now.
of the moment.
That's a change, baby. I'm cool now. They would this is so bad. Like just all these memories coming back. It's really shameful.
It's okay.
But they would like AIM like all of like the popular kids, and like I think they pretended. I don't really remember. I think they pretended to be like a guy from like a private school in the area, and it was crazy.
Ugh.
just to get information or just to like humiliate them within your circle?
To what I remember, like not even really. I think it was just like we were like, so like, oh my God, I can't believe we're like talking to these people as like other people. It was bad.
Oh, I hated AIM was so toxic.
Oh God, I hated fucking it.
AIM, did you fuck with that?
Yeah. I remember me and my friend Scott, because I like we didn't have it, but my friend Scott had it, so we would go over to his house and like just. We were toxic. We were toxic little bastards, and we used to just fucking like wreck people. We would just go to. It's like so bad. I still find it funny too. As like like in my late 30s, I'm like, oh, it was fucking so funny. It's like so stupid.
It is just like the beginning internet stuff like that. It was so weird and like you could be so and because people didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to me. Like, so much about that is so fucking weird and funny.
I used to go into lesbian chat rooms. And I would... because I would think, this is so gross. I used to think it was gay to go into straight chat rooms. This is so insane.
What is the logic behind that?
There was no logic. I was a boy from Staten Island that was scared. And so I would go into lesbian chat rooms, and I would ask... And I would, like, trade pics, naked pics. And I would call out other people if they sent me a pic I already had, because it would be like
they were just like the same pictures.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of little boys in this chat room sending each other pics, and so I would
in a
ream
lesbian
them out.
chat room.
I would go. I'm a real.
There's no lesbians in this chat room.
I'm a real lesbian. How dare you come on this and not be a real lesbian and take this seriously?
You were the moderator of that group. You were a moderator of a lesbian AIM group.
Oh man, that is so funny.
I know, and I had a collection in my email of all the pictures I had,
but what were they like? What? Because if it's just like little boys getting these pictures, what were they?
It was just like porn pictures you got. Basically, it was like it wasn't like real people.
Mm-hmm.
So it was little boys with like a just misunderstanding of what actual like lesbians
or
might
what
be like.
Women are,
right?
Because it would just be like picture like a woman like showing her asshole.
Yeah,
it's not like
that's all the women I know. Asshole first,
just like a bleached asshole.
Exactly.
It's like, oh yeah, it's nice to meet you, Sandy.
Yeah. I'm also a lesbian. Yeah.
And the sick part was I had one screen name was Sebdeman01, which I still have as. That's still one of my emails is Sebdeman01. And but the other one for when I would go into the lesbian chat rooms was Big Papa 824. Which in my mind,
that's your lesbian. That is insane.
In my mind, I would say, "Oh, that's my favorite song. That's why it's my email. That's why it's my AIM account."
Yeah, I'm sure that all the lesbians in that room believe that.
It sounds to
all
me
the
like
other
there
little
were
boys.
zero
Yeah,
lesbians.
There were
in this
zero
room.
lesbians in the room.
How old were you when you did that?
I must have been like 12.
Wow.
12.
I remember
That's
just
crazy.
going into like whatever. I don't even remember the rooms we would go into, but we would just be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Just be like,
People were cruel.
Yeah.
And that was you with Pop the Collar.
Popped a collar.
pop the collar.
I don't even know. I think it was mean, but I don't know like what was said. But I don't think it was mean.
So do you want to focus on?
I mean, I think the more interesting thing is my back brace.
So in fifth grade, they tested everybody. You got it. Did you get it the summer before sixth grade?
No. I feel like it was. I feel like I know it was like around Christmas time in sixth grade, so the middle of sixth grade, and I remember that because my family watches like It's a Wonderful Life. Like the good white people that we are. I remember watching it and I had just like gotten them and I was like just like watching it and just like silently crying, which is like a thing that I like to do a lot. And my
You
I just like will
cry
or I don't do it anymore because I am more okay with my emotions, but I used to just like silently cry and like try to make no noise. It was all the emo music I was listening to.
Sure.
But I remember my sister like making fun of me and my mom just like screaming at her. And my sister, who's the nicest and best person in the entire world, is like, she's like, that's the thing I feel the worst about. And I'm like, I fucking slapped you in the face every day for like 10 years. So.
Older sister, younger.
Older.
And she made fun of you for having the back brace?
Yeah. But it was a weird thing. So like they have to like, you go to the specific doctor, which the name I forget, but they like,
A back doctor?
plaster. Yeah, yeah. What's it called? It's like a medical term, like a back. It's a back doctor. No, they like it's like, plaster stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck to just plaster.
Yeah, Madame Tussauds.
Yeah, Madame. Yeah, so I know. We have a big wax head here. So yeah, it's exactly how they make the models at Madame Tussauds. So they it's like sheets of like cloth like dipped in plaster that they like.
It's like how they make a cast.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
They do molding.
Yeah. So they mold your whole body, or like from like I guess it was my shoulders to like my ass, and like again 6th grade, like so embarrassed. Like I only started acknowledging the fact that I have a body last year, so I was so just like embarrassed, and like so then that like dries, and then they like cut it off, and then I had to do like another one. The other one I had was like bent. The one that I had when I was sleeping. So it was like, I guess the thought is like go in the opposite way and it'll make the curve go the opposite way.
And you would have to sleep in, it was the position you slept in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cough again.
There's the other lung. You can't talk without your lungs. So then from that, they like made these like plastic and like metal braces with like Velcro straps, and I still have one because then I got another one later. It was bad, and also I don't remember if the first one had, the night one didn't, but I remember, this is so awkward, they had like, it was like a hole in like the titties, so like in, I guess like in case they're like,
there's gonna be a hole in the titties.
Yeah. But I guess they were like, she might have some big tits, so like let's leave them open so they're not like squished against it. And I think for me, I was like, great, this is gonna, like, I'm gonna get big boobies, and obviously that fucking didn't work.
Just in case she gets big tits.
We want to cut the hole now to avoid the work later. But yeah, it was bad, and like it went kind of up to like my where the top of my spine is, so like you could, if I couldn't wear just like a t-shirt because you could see, like it would look like I'm fucking wearing a back brace. And I remember one of my good friends from middle school, who I'm also friends with now, she also had scoliosis, but hers was just like very small and in like the bottom. And I was so jealous of her.
Wait, so it sounds to me like more like a cast, like or at least like it doesn't protrude as much as I imagined for some reason.
What did you imagine?
Like those, like
a metal,
yeah, metal, and like around your whole head, and like little like sticky needles, like needles barely touching your back,
like fucking like around your waist to like some kind of like belt, metal belt contraption.
Yes,
it was not that, but it wasn't as cool as you're thinking it is, because it wasn't, there's no head things, and I could wear it under my clothes, but it's so weird now also, like talking about, I can like remember like the smell of it and stuff, which is gross.
Yeah, it must have started smelling.
Yeah, because I'm a stinky little bitch, so
thank you.
Thank you so much.
But that's why she's got a deodorant back.
Exactly. I hide it in my plants.
Yeah.
It was just so obvious that I was wearing it. You know what I mean? Like it was like I wore clothes over it, but it was like it like also went over my butt, so it just like flattened my ass out. I don't know why they didn't have an asshole, but like it was like flat, and like the back just like stuck out through my clothes, and it was just like so bulky. And the gym teachers, because that's in like middle school, you like had to change in front of people, is they would like let me change in their office.
Let you.
Let me. Yeah, but that was like I could change in their like bathroom because I had it. And I felt bad for me.
Can I tell an insane story?
Yes.
Okay, so when I was in 3rd grade, I broke my tibia in half, so I had a cast the whole year, and it was a full leg cast, but the grade school I went to wasn't outfitted for like anything like that, because I was literally in a wheelchair. So every day at school, someone would have to carry me up the stairs.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
And then like, so like, but I still thought it was like cool because people were like, "Oh, you got a cast." I didn't go out for recess, but I could pick one person to like hang out with me, and people liked it. Like people were like pumped to do it. Yeah. So like, but also it wasn't outfitted in the way of like a bathroom. So their solution to this was like there was a janitor's closet, and they put a Folgers tin in the janitor's closet.
Oh my god!
And also I had to ask somebody to escort me to the bathroom. and like I had no idea that this was like embarrassing for some reason. Like I was like, yeah, I just pissed in this thing,
in this Folgers can.
And this girl that I liked, I was like, hey, I want you to take me to the bathroom this time, and she was like, you go to the bathroom in that? Like, she was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
It was brutal. But
that's bad.
It was crazy. It was
pissing
insane.
and shit. Did you poop in it?
No, I didn't. I don't know how that happened. I don't remember. Maybe I just was like, they were just like, we don't know, dude. You're out of luck.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
oh my god.
Would you tell kids that you had a back brace?
You would see it.
You would see.
Yes, like you.
Do you remember
knew.
the first day you went to school with the back brace?
Yeah, I think I was just crying a lot.
You cried in school.
Yeah, but not like in between things. You know what I mean? And
Silent
I remember
tears in between.
Yeah, silent tears in between. I had that tattooed on my ass. It's so funny. I don't really remember it that well. I remember like one teacher coming up to me and being really nice and being like, you know, whatever, if there's anything you need, blah blah blah. But it was.
Did your mom write a note, or was it like
no.
You just had to go tell people?
I didn't tell people. I just like did it, and I would try to like hide it. Like I would wear like a lot of like hoodies and stuff, but it was just so like, I mean, I like couldn't move. You know what I mean? And like. I just like, or like bending down to like get your backpack and like standing up, and like it was just like so awful. Yeah. And like people, like if people would like touch me or whatever, they'd be like, why? Like, what is that? And then you'd have to like tell them. People would stick magnets onto me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, like who?
In a mean way, not in a fun way.
No, I didn't think it was fun.
Well, I think for me at first I was like, oh, that was fun, and then I'm like, oh, they're making fun of me.
Oh man.
No.
Yeah.
What type of magnets? I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and all I got was a stupid magnet.
What type?
Just like
of
whatever,
magnet?
whatever like locker magnets there was.
There was like a graded paper magnet.
Exactly.
Anyone put a picture up?
And I also I played the cello too, and I would like, I just remember going to school and like carrying a big fucking cello and like walking in my thing. I was really hot.
Yeah.
I was a fucking hot 6th grader.
Wait, so besides the magnets, was there other things where like it was just like people would make fun of you? Or were there any specific people who you were like, fuck this person to this day?
I think not really, because I think I was so like, I was just so deeply like self-conscious and like insecure, and like I was so kind of focused like inward on like how like embarrassed I was and how like shitty it was that people were making fun of me. It was the kind of thing, and like that way I guess it was like a blessing in disguise, where people would have to be like, Caroline, there are magnets on your back for people, and I'd be like, oh cool, they'd be like, but it's not okay, you know what I mean? Like, so people would like be making fun of me, but I think and people would like talk about me in like the gym class and stuff and like make fun of me there, but I think I was so like internally like dying on the inside that I was not super aware of like the external stuff.
Your like brain protects you.
Yeah.
It's like you're not ready to know how hard this is.
Yeah, exactly. And I think also like it could have been a lot worse. You know what I mean? And it was bad, but like middle schoolers are like so mean, and like it could have been like so much worse. But I think that's also probably when I started like trying to be funny, to be like, don't look at my thing.
Would you make jokes about it?
Yeah, like eventually once like people knew about it, and like
did it feel good when everyone knew about it?
Not really, because also at that time I was so like, with like boys, I was so like shy, but like just like a horny little bitch, you know what I mean? So I wanted to like,
I don't know.
You know when you're a horny little bitch.
Honestly, I don't.
Yeah, he's jerking off in lesbian chat rooms. Don't tell me you don't know what it's like to be a horny little bitch.
How dare you come into this chat room? I'm a real lesbian.
What was it? Big Daddy?
Big Papa.
Big Papa, yeah.
Big Papa is a real lesbian.
Yeah, that's my favorite song, obviously. If you're a real lesbian, you'd know that's what I was saying.
That story is so problematic.
It is.
Very problematic.
It is.
It's okay. I
Is
make
it?
mistakes.
You were a kid.
I think it's not okay.
So you were like a little horny bit. Wait a second.
Let's pick back up with a little horny bit.
As you were saying, a little
horny bitch. I just was so like, I think I was okay with like making jokes about it and stuff, but then like I kind of realized, and this is also just like a theme in my life, is like, if men think you're funny, they're not attracted to you, especially in middle school and high school. So like that was like kind of this thing where it's like, oh, I could make fun of this thing and like feel better and like make people laugh and like whatever. But then that comes at the expense of like my fucking crush, you know, not wanting this puss.
Do you still think that's true about kids that age, or do you? And if so, why do you think that is?
I think it's true about kids that age, and also like people in general.
It's like a control thing. It's like they're afraid of like. That's power, right? Like being able to make people laugh is power.
I think also it's also just like a societal thing, and it's like not like attractive for women to be funny. And it's like obviously different now, and it like changes on person to person. But even in like my very highly scientific personal life experiences, like being a performer at the theater, like having like done like shows at like the theater for a while as like a woman, like no one has ever like hit on me after a show or like DM me or done whatever, but every single guy I know like gets hit on all the time.
Well, you mean like an audience member?
Yes, or just like people, you know what I mean? Like that happens all the time, or like even like students to teachers and like stuff like that. Like it just like doesn't happen as a female.
They're intimidated.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe that's an intimidation too, where at least it was before, like when I was younger, I really cared about that. And like I remember this guy I was like in love with told me one time that I was like sarcastic and that it was not attractive. And I was so like, instead of being like fuck you, I was like, okay, like I have to stop being sarcastic. You know what I mean? Sucks. And it worked for a week, and then I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Fuck this.
But like, so like, and now I like don't care about it, but before I really would like try to like change.
That's hard. That's so hard.
Yeah.
Just because I know for me, I enjoy, like, if you have a partner, this is when I bring it down a little bit.
Let's take it down.
I add a little background music to this part.
When you got a partner. Shut up. Let me get through this. So, you know, when you grow up and you get a partner, and you two are, like, you're home together, and, like, what's more fun than, like, fucking joking around and laughing?
Yeah.
Like, nothing. So I want to be with somebody that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also like the people that I like end up like dating and stuff. Like so many people I date a lot of people. It's actually problematic. Yeah. It's like those people who I like, for the most part, it's like people like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not saying everyone is like that, but like for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like maybe it's a matter of just men who are like more secure.
Well, that's not true. I would not say that.
Yeah,
I did a lot of insecure.
I mean, I'm not secure.
Yeah,
I'm very insecure.
Same,
but I think I'm funny. It's like the one thing I go, all right, I think I'm pretty funny. That's like the one thing I have.
Yeah.
All right. So you're back. You're a horny little bitch. Let's bring it back. Now that was a
what were we saying? Horny little bitch.
So what are like the significant things like you felt left out of like at this time? Like I'm sorry to keep going to the negative of the back brace.
Well, it's hard to look at the positive.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being in middle school and like literally like I would get fucking dressed the night before and like look in the mirror and make sure that I didn't whatever, because I was like so fucking self-conscious.
Yeah, of course.
I think that was like a big thing, is just like feeling like I didn't, and I think I felt this way for like a very long time, and to some extent still feel this way. I feel very left behind in like the like relationships, which like in middle school, it's like to call it even a relationship is like so funny, but it's like because I was so insecure and like so focused on this, and also just like couldn't even speak to like boys, like I just didn't even have like any friendships with them. Whereas like, you know, you have like your like 7th grade girlfriend or whatever it is.
You date for a week and you kiss one time.
Exactly. Like I was so like not even, sorry I keep doing this, I was so, that wasn't even like something that was an option for me. And I like didn't even know, but I wanted it so badly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I still find I have to work at it too. This is embarrassing to like be friends with women.
Yeah.
Because of internalized like issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's like good to like acknowledge that and like work on it versus like never think about it or be like, oh, that's like a problem. I'm just gonna hate women forever.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't say hate.
You said hate. You said it with your eyes. No, I'm kidding.
See, the blessing about growing up fat is that you assume no person of the opposite sex is ever attracted to you. So you just look at everyone as friends.
Yeah, I think, but I kind of had that too, like where it was like, oh, no one is attracted to me.
Yeah.
But I still can't. I'm so like
You couldn't.
insecure that I just can't even talk to them.
Also, Sebastian, prior to the podcast, was describing to us like many women.
Yeah,
who are
exactly.
So
Who like
into him.
hit on him.
They're so into him that
That's
they're just
true.
like he's just
No.
He gets free shit because these women want to sleep with him.
he
you
wasn't doing
dare.
it in an arrogant way, but it was like I was like, wait, what? Like, because that's
No.
never happened to me.
Me neither.
No. I think it's the charm. I think it's the charm. Slurp.
Oh my God, he's shitting out of his mouth. Would you like a free salad, sir? That's crazy. Kids are bad.
No, yeah. So, but you couldn't even talk to you were because there was just so much weight behind all of that.
Yeah, and I would just get so embarrassed.
So what's interesting is because I would think that another thing is that you feel left out of like sports, but you were big in ice skating.
I was a sporty little bitch. I did ice skating. I was really into that. I did field hockey and track also.
Wow. So that's like a ton to do. Do you think you did all that because were you into it before the back brace, or do you think you got into it because you wanted?
I don't know. I think I'm also from like a family where my parents do like a million things.
They do sports.
Yeah, kind of, but like more like the way I am now where it's like I'm doing like a million different things.
Right.
Like I have like a lot of curiosity that they're like, yeah, do the thing, is there like that. And so I think I was always that way, but I feel like middle school is also the first time where it's like, here's activities that you can do. And like my sister did field hockey, so I signed up for that. I also like did fucking cello extracurricular shit.
Yeah.
And so you would take the back brace off to play sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's no risk of injury, right, with that.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, because the back brace was just like a retainer almost for your
Yeah,
body.
no, when I took it off, my body collapsed. You know, those like, do you have those like things where you
Really?
press from the bottom and they like collapse? That was me.
really bad field hockey player. You know,
It held me up.
We're gonna get you in there, son. One of these days.
I was all legs and my body was just like.
You have no idea how dumb I am. My mom was
it's
thinking
not
that.
dumb.
I thought that you would take it off and your body would
So, yeah.
Because you're still picturing that over the shoulder metal suspenders.
Yeah.
You say the truth, but I take my truth.
Exactly.
So, so there was no. Never mind. The last question.
I have a weird question. So I remember this one girl liked me in middle school, brag, and
Okay, dude.
and
relax.
I wasn't like I didn't like her at the time, and then in high school she was like
She got hot.
she got very hot, and then she was like, nope.
Pat just called a high school girl hot.
Sorry, I'm calling 911 now.
This was a time that I was also in high school.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, right.
Dude, she was fucking hot as shit. If I could go back in time as an adult. Wait, so
No, she changed. The high school, junior high to high school changed.
yeah. And I want to know, was there any, because you're a very attractive woman.
Hell yeah, here for the compliments,
yeah.
baby.
Fuck yeah.
So was there any situations like that where you were like, sorry, dude?
No, 100% no. No. But no. The high school was just worse. It was even worse
Really?
than middle school.
But
Yeah.
didn't you get it off in high school?
No.
So you still.
Oh, I got it off. Sorry. I thought I thought get it off was like a sex thing.
How are you not getting it off in high school?
Wait, didn't you get off in high school? Weren't you just like constantly just getting off, right?
Getting it
And then say it so
off.
nonchalantly, like, oh yeah, you got off in high school, right? I got off in high school. You got off, right?
You didn't get off in high school?
I did get it off in high school, and I also I had to wear it at night still, and then I had braces, and that was a whole thing.
You had high school braces?
Oh, I also had them. Sorry, I had them in middle school too. While I had the back brace, that was an.
How many braces could you have?
Oh my god.
That's too many braces.
Oh God. Thinking back on it, it's so bad. Yeah, and I remember I started losing my vision, and I had to get like glasses too, and I had like acne and stuff.
Which are really eye braces. If you
eye braces to an eye brace.
Oh my God.
I also one time I was cleaning my face. I was an altar server for Christmas Eve Mass in 7th grade. It was a really big deal.
Midnight Mass? Where they do
Mass.
Candle?
I was washing my face for it, and like I said, I had acne, so it was like an acne face wash, and the face wash wasn't coming out, so I like squeezed it, and it shot right in my eye, and I had to wear an eye patch for 2 weeks. So there was a time in my life where I wore an eye patch. I had braces and glasses and wore a brace.
My God. Did you go outside?
No. I just wore like a big black sheet and like walked around in it.
And that was Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So did you have to go to the hospital Christmas Day?
Yeah. My mom, who claims that she's a nurse, but her actions prove otherwise, was like, so we went to these things. She's like, it's fine. So I did the whole thing like with my eye fucked up, and she says, just go to sleep. It'll be better. And I woke up on Christmas and it was like so worse. So we went to the hospital, and then they do this like dye where they can like dye your eye and see like how much of it is damaged. And the guy was like, you scratched like 90% of your cornea.
Holy shit. So if you hadn't gone in,
it just probably would have gotten worse because it had to get flushed out and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And my mom was a teacher in 8th grade at the time. Or
at your school?
Yes, at my school. So after that, I'm remembering this now too, is once a day I would have to go to her and she would like pull my eye down, put in the gel, put in like a drop, and I'd be like, bye, Mom.
She was a teacher at the school that you were at. Mm-hmm. This was hard.
It was bad.
She would have to pull out the crescent wrench and tighten up the back brace.
Yeah.
This was hard.
Yeah.
Really hard.
But so anyway, so I got to high school, I got the back brace off, and eventually got the braces off, baby. And honestly, was pretty hot, but still had no...
What year did you feel like you got hot?
Probably senior year.
So 17.
Yeah, but was no... And
Nice.
like immediately went to college and just like downhill. But like
Describe yourself when you were hot in high
when
school.
I was hot,
No.
I was underage.
Enough! You love it!
I was just like really tan and in shape because I like did a lot of sports.
You
and
were
stuff.
tan?
Yeah.
You were outside?
Why
a
is
lot?
that the most shocking thing about it?
Because I don't think you're tan now.
Thank you. I use sunscreen.
Oh, nice.
I do tan, but
Uh-huh.
I don't tan like my skin tans.
Oh, okay.
So I was like outside because like preseason you have to like go be outside and do all that shit.
Yeah, you're like in the summertime, you're running.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played football for a minute. High five.
They just high five very quietly.
It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
a slow, like sloppy high five. I was tan. I was really in shape. Also, just like just like a child, basically.
Yeah.
My teeth looked amazing because I
Yeah.
just got my braces off.
Sure.
And I was just younger.
Yeah.
But I think I still had that like insecurity and just like couldn't talk to people. But then also I just like got fucked over a lot. So there's this guy that I really liked, and he like asked me to like this winter dance, and then asked me to the senior prom, and I had like such a big crush on him. But then I found out he was only doing that because he was in love with my best friend to make her jealous, and she was dating someone at the time.
That's
So that kind of thing happened a lot.
How did you find that out?
It was like at prom. And I
At
was like
prom?
looking for him to slow dance. And he's like, oh, I have to fucking ask Caroline to slow dance, even though Drew's here with her fucking boyfriend. Da, da, da.
Did you cry?
Yeah, but I cried again all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so hard.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
No, it did make you funny though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it worth it?
No, because now this shit keeps happening. And I'm like, when is it going to get easy?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So, when did you start figure skating?
8 or 9.
So before the back brace. Mm-hmm. So that was a thing that was like you were passionate about before, and you were like, I need to keep this in my life.
Yeah, and also I was like doing it pretty seriously, so I couldn't really stop.
Sure, you were in competitions. Mm-hmm. You had an outfit and a routine.
I had a lot of outfits and a lot of routines.
What was the biggest move you could do?
Like a double. I mean, it doesn't doesn't
I
mean
know.
like a double flip. Not what you think.
No, it's
a jump.
2 spin arounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty good.
I was honestly great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've seen you. Well, you ice skate now, right? You
Yeah, I
picked
started
back
doing
up.
it again because I just like miss doing it, and I like to burn my fucking money.
And every now and then you throw on the back brace too, right?
Exactly, to really to spice it up.
So I want to know, like, when do you feel like? Because at some point your confidence, got boosted, right? You're a confident person. At least you come across that way. I mean, I know we're all insecure. We're comedians, but you come across as being confident.
Thank you so much. I really honestly and again, not to brag, but from going to therapy, realized how I don't have confidence, or I think, so my thing with confidence, and I think it honestly came a lot through doing improv, is just like projecting it and like faking it.
Me too.
Yeah. But I truly still am like I have very bad self-esteem.
Same.
I'm like deeply insecure, and just like, again, like talking to my therapist is just like, oh, this is like a bad thing that's still affecting me. But being aware of that is helpful. Because I think before I just like was like, this is the way it is. And like, I suck and I'm the worst. And like, I am not worthy of anything. But now that it's like, I still think that, but I at least can be like, maybe that's not true. And like, you can pretend to be confident and whatever.
Well, it's like Sebastian said before. It's like you sort of learn that those thoughts were just defense mechanisms to like try to keep you safe and protect you, and like they're not really useful anymore and not true. Yeah. Like the idea, like I remember like when I learned that you didn't have to like believe your thoughts all the time.
Yeah.
Constantly, I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That helps.
But it's hard.
It's super hard.
But the thing that I'm trying to do more now, which still, that's the other thing too, is when I was like, oh, like realizing all these things, and like the thing about your thoughts and just like acknowledging like your flaws or whatever, is I guess in my mind I was like, oh, that's going to make everything easier.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's just like harder. So, but like a thing I'm trying to do now is just like be like, oh, what's like the worst possible thing that could happen? And just like take more risks and like be okay with the outcomes.
Sure, and you'd said it before. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? So it is, even though you joked about it, that is something that you're like actually thinking about.
Well, that is true because it keeps fucking happening to me. It's like I do these things and then like bad things happen and then I feel really bad about it.
Sure.
And it sucks, but then it's still like, that's like the voice in the back of my head where it's like, okay, well, the thing that you were the most afraid of happened and it sucks and you feel really sad.
But it didn't.
Okay, yeah, that's like, now what, like, at least I like rather would try that thing than like not.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you think a lot of this self-esteem stuff happened because of the back brace?
Yeah, I think so. Also, my mom is very insecure.
Sure.
Yeah.
You learn from your parents. My mom is so anxious about everything, and I'm like, you ever pick up your headphones from your pockets and they're just a ball?
Yeah.
That's my mind at all times. My mind is just headphones in a messy person's pocket. So I think you learn that stuff from your parents. Yeah. So,
but the weird thing I feel like I've noticed now is like you do learn it from your parents, but it's so subconscious.
Yes.
And now by the time that you're consciously aware of it and it's like annoying to you, it's like, oh my God, she's so like insecure, like just like stop. Is you're like, oh, this didn't just start when I started noticing it. Like this has been this way my whole life, and that like explains so much about.
Yep, it's
everything.
so deep, like it's so like ingrained in you that it takes like, however long you were doing that as a coping mechanism, it takes a while to stop doing that.
Yeah.
If you had to like say what the biggest thing that's different about you right now than you, that was poorly phrased. If you had to say,
no, I'm not laughing at the phrasing. I'm laughing at the answer's probably she doesn't have a back brace. What's the biggest difference between when I had a back brace and when I did?
Less braces.
But you are very like, you're super funny. You can go on stage in front of tons of people and be very funny. Right? So, and you said there was a lot of like, you were hesitant and scared socially. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just want to know like what was the biggest difference?
I think honestly it's like weird because it's like I think I still feel those things but just less frequently.
Yeah.
And it's like just less like trying to give them less weight.
Yeah.
And trying to like fake confidence more.
Yeah.
And not worry about it. Because even now, it's like so crazy now, like doing certain improv shows where like I'll feel really bad and not funny and then think I suck, but then it's like, okay, whatever.
Sure.
Like whereas before I think I would be like upset about that for months.
Same. Yeah. Now it's very light. And also it's just improv feels now like more of just a nice escape where you can be present for a little while. Performing in general can be that. Sometimes you get in your head, but Caroline, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
I didn't know that about you. And this is why I like, because I know you, and I didn't know that. And I would never have asked you, hey,
did you?
It's also like we've never had this topic before. So,
this is really cool.
Hell
really
yeah.
cool.
I love it.
Glad I could provide.
What do you want to plug? Do you want to plug anything?
I don't think so.
Do you have a Tumblr?
Yeah. I have a Tumblr, but it's just for porn, so that's what I want to promote. I don't know. I don't think I'm really not working on anything right now. And something I want to promote is a question I have. Is I want to know where I can find live crabs, like in nature.
Do you have a Twitter or Instagram that people should?
Yes, thank you. I have a Instagram is Cotter Poop.
Yes.
And my Twitter is Caroline E. Cotter, but I don't remember my password for it.
And do we have?
So if you know the password out there, please
let me know. It was hacked. Yeah.
Are we gonna get? Because on this podcast, as I mentioned, we do a before and after pic. Are we gonna get a pic?
Yeah, I'll find one. I don't know. I definitely can find one.
You probably don't have one of like you
I'm sure I do.
Backwards.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. I'll ask my mom.
Maybe like, the eye patch braces era.
There has to be, yeah. It might have to be like a composite of several photos.
No.
But yeah, I was hot. So get ready for it.
And email us your before and after pic at whoyouwerepodcast@gmail.com. We'll post it to our Instagram at whoyouwerepodcast. I'm Patrick Noth on Twitter. I'm Patrick Noth with a 0 on Instagram. Sebastian?
I'm Sebastian Canelli on Instagram. You can please follow me. Honestly, I don't have a lot of followers, but the amount I have for my content is remarkable.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I just followed you the other day, and I was like, oh, I can't believe I don't follow Sebastian. And then I saw your thing, and I was like, that's why. This sucks.
I have 4 photos. You know what? I think when the podcast comes out, I'll start posting.
Yeah,
more
right,
photos.
dude.
No, yeah, I'll promote. I'll start. Well, follow at whoyouwerepodcast.com.
No, not at all.
.com.
It's just at Who You Are Podcast on Instagram.
.com.
On Twitter as well. Same handle. http:// at whoyouwerepodcast.com does not
I
exist.
didn't even realize I said that.
.com, baby.
Yeah, but you could check me if you want to find me. Just go to AOL and look at lesbian chat rooms. I'm there 24/7. Big Papa 80824. Send to receive. All right, peace.
Thank you for listening to Who You Were. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Guest before and after pics on Instagram at Who You Were Podcast. Send your before and after pics to whoyouwerepodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at Who You Were Podcast. This podcast is produced independently. If you'd like to support it, please visit patreon.com/Patrick Noth. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.